Okay, Adam, so you mentioned you're a voiceover artist. So could you tell us a little bit more about how you got into it?
How I got into voiceovers is actually over a decade ago, I got into video production as the main industry for my work. And I've always loved doing like voiceovers and all of that. So I was trying to get an opportunity. I got to know production houses and friends working there. I was like, hey man, just give me a chance. Give me one shot to record a VO. And thankfully, a friend of mine got this soda ad
Right.
for Zesta.
Zest.
Zesta with Guarana. I still remember the line because there were about like 2 lines that I
You
have to
always
say.
remember your first.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. You never forget
Okay.
your first, right?
Right.
So I got that in, and turned out that that was an ad that they were using in cinemas as well.
Okay.
Green Lantern, the movie with Ryan Reynolds, was coming out. So we went to watch it right before the movie. The ad played. It was like, this was like a cat thing. Big screen, and my voice was coming out and all of that. So that was a really good kind of a feeling. And that's how I got into
Did
it.
it feel surreal?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
listening to
Yeah, I
yourself
was
on the
like,
big screen.
wow, okay. I just wanted to have a shot for a small part, and I got that. So yeah, that's how I got into it.
So could you actually talk a little bit more about how you do VOs different from other voice artists? Like what sort of sets you apart?
Oh, wow. That's an interesting question because I have worked with various other voiceover artists, like, female, males, and all that. We all have like a different approach. I think my main selling point would be sort of like this natural accent that I have,
Right,
which is,
because
I think you're probably wondering like, where is that from? And
you have a really unique accent. That's probably unlike anything we've ever heard.
I wouldn't call it rojak, but okay, this is how I got it, right? I'm from Burma, as you mentioned, Myanmar, and I grew up there until I was at the age of 19 when I lived
Yangon, right?
in Yangon as well. Went to a public school. As you know, the English there is kind of like, okay, we speak, but there's always like, the accents and all.
Right, right.
But I loved the language itself.
Okay.
So I learned by myself from American movies.
Wow.
And American
Self-taught.
sports.
Purely self-taught, right?
Kind of like that. I try to mimic what they, in like those cool gangster movies from the
Right.
90s and all of that. I'm giving away my age, but
Okay.
But that's how I learned it. And when I left the country to go to the UK for 2 years to study and work there, I started speaking English on a regular, proper
British
basis.
accent.
But no, this just came out. They all thought that either I was American or Canadian.
Canadian,
for some
right.
reason.
Okay.
So like, I don't say a boot. It just happened to be like that. So when I came to Singapore as well, they thought that I was from the States.
Right.
And if they need, like, for voiceovers, if you see, like, make me unique is if they need a bit more like Americana type of a voice, I would be the one that they will reach out.
You are the go-to.
Yeah, kind of go-to.
Could you just share a little bit more about the more notable clients you've worked with?
Ooh, notable ones. I mean, the fun ones that I remember, I did a couple of ads for McDonald's before with Bloomer.sg. That was a fun one. There are some other, projects that I have done, even for teaching modules and all of that. A project where I felt that, oh my God, am I cheating at this like industry type of a thing?
Okay, please share.
So you guys know this, dating apps, like Tinder and all that. There's one called Bumble, and it's a very female-centric app, right? So I got called in for one of the ads. There's some female voice artists that I know. They all have to like come into the studio and record. Got a couple of girls on the app and trying to call the guy. And one of the girls accidentally pressed call and the phone fell on the floor.
On the floor, right?
Right. And then the guy says on the other end, like, hello?
Hello?
That was me.
That was you.
that was me.
one line. That's
just
hello.
one like hello. So I
And you
went
got
in.
paid like how much for that?
So okay, I got paid like a couple $100.
Pretty well,
for that.
right?
Like,
Pretty decent.
Pretty decent for like
Okay.
1 hour, because I know the studio is
1 hour,
like,
one line.
just
right?
one
That's the
word.
thing,
It's not even one line. So I was like, do you guys want me to do anything else? I give them a couple of hellos and, even like the sound effects, laughing and all that. I gave them all that. I was like, okay, cool. It was done. We got paid. But about 3 weeks later, the studio called me and say like, hey, they're pushing it to, it's loading fees, right? So loading fees, they're going to push it to Malaysia and some other territories as well. So here's a couple of extra hundreds of dollars. I was like, wait, do I have to come back in to record again? And they're like, no, it's fine. Wow. So that's where I felt like maybe I'm cheating at this industry.
That was just the highlight reel. Catch the full, unfiltered conversation and find out what happens next by watching the whole video below.